In this video, we are going to talk about how you can use Google Classroom rubrics so that you don't have rubrics in different tabs. So you'll go into Google Classroom, any one of your classes, and you can either create an assignment, or in this case, I'm going to go to an existing assignment. So I'm going to click edit because I've put the assignment out there, but I didn't have a video. So I'm going to get rid of my face here, and you'll notice you can give it a topic, and then you'll notice that it says rubric here. So you go plus rubric. Now, if you've never done this before, you're going to go create rubric, and you're going to bring it to here. Okay. So you're going to give it a criteria. So in this case, oral communication, and then it's going to be quality of presentation. And then maybe in brackets, I can give the criteria. And then I'm going to say, it's going to be out of 10 points. And I'm going to say level 4. And I'm going to copy and paste the description for what level 4 looks like. Then I'm going to hit plus, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Or I could do this. Oops. Okay, so that's going to be 7 points because now we're at a level 3. Now you might be saying, well, what do you mean? I either give it a 10 or a 7. That's crazy. You have flexibility within it to change things. And again, I'm going to copy and paste an existing rubric criteria. I can go to the 3 dots here. I can delete the level. Okay. And I can add another one. So you'll notice what I've done here is I have finished copying and pasting, and you don't have to call it level 1, level 2, level 3. I put awesome, good, getting there, and limited. You can have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1 and copy the criteria. So you could do whatever you want here. You could make it a traditional rubric, or you can play with it. But super, super important that will save you time is these 3 little dots. Once you're done, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go duplicate the criteria, because for the most part, it's still going to be reading and writing, but now I'm looking at their thesis. So it's easier for me. It's up to you. I can leave the 10, I could leave the awesome, and then I could just change the criteria here. It'll save me a little bit of time. I have completely copied and pasted the criteria for my rubric. Now, the best practice for this might be, well, it definitely is, to co-construct a rubric with your students so they know exactly what the criteria is. So you may want to pull this up when you have a Google meeting, a synchronized meeting, and just make sure that the criteria is very clear. You also make sure it says used scoring if you actually want marks, and you can turn it off if you just want to give them feedback and you don't necessarily want to have marks. So I've inputted all of the criteria, and it's out of 80. I'm double checking, and now I'm going to hit save. And then what you'll notice is it says rubric 8 criteria for 80 points that is now added to your assignment. So I'm going to go save. And you are going to notice that this has changed. So it now has your TED Talk CPT as an assignment, and you are going to, you can click on that and the student will see it. So I'm going to show you what it looks like from a student perspective, and then I'm going to show you how you can reuse this in another class. If I wanted to reuse a rubric, see this. So now there isn't a rubric here, but they are also doing the same CPT. So I'm going to go plus rubric, and now I'm going to hit reuse a rubric. So it'll allow me to go in and find, now I had already started it and saved it as a draft, so I'm not going to use that. What I'm actually going to do is go into my period 1, and there's my 8 criteria, 80-point rubric. I'm going to select it, and now, ta-da, I just save it. Now, what if I sort of wanted to tweak something for that? What would I do? I would go into edit. I would go into rubric. And I could, if I needed to edit this, I could. So again, if you have a really good format for a rubric, you could just keep reusing it, go into your classroom and edit it. But just so you know, when the student goes to the assignment, their assignment is going to be with the rubric now. And when you mark it, the best part is that the assignment that they submit to you will be right beside the rubric.